Upside Haunts.
Hello everybody, I have the Butcher. The Butcher from Spirit Halloween 2020, I believe. I believe he is a 2020 prop. He was sold for a solid 200 bucks, says it right here. It might be flipped, the video might be flipped, but you get the gist. Considered a bit of a classic, the Butcher from Spirit Halloween. It's this guy who's wearing a severed pig head for a mask. A pretty gruesome character, at least in concept. And we shall see him in person. No need for cardboard, that's not part of the build. Okay, let's get all these clothes out of the way so that we can actually see what we're meant to take out first. Just gonna throw it all into a big old pile. Okay, all of it is very tangled together, so I'm gonna do this old strategy and take the biggest items such as the base and pull the entire prop out at once. Oh shoot, what the heck? Okay, so his hand has been separated from his glove. What? Looks like he's got posable fingers though. Those are his fingers. And then we've got some stuffing. Throw that glove on there and he should be good as new. I love that he has posable fingers. That's awesome. That's awesome. Posable fingers need to be normalized in props in animatronics, especially if the prop is static, because then it adds a lot more value onto it. Okay, there we go. We've got his lovely glove back on there. All right, and here we have everything. Now let's see. Here is his head. Lovely. I like the detail on it. It looks very nice. I don't like that he's got these white pupils, or if those are supposed to be pupils. I'm not sure. That might just be like the eyes being shiny or whatever. But he's got a motion sensor without its cap, notably, and right underneath is the actual Butcher's head, because it's supposed to be him like wearing a mask. Yeah, and obviously there's nothing actually under there. It's like a totally blank face. That could be a creepy animatronic all on its own. But I'm gonna attempt to set everything to the side so that I could build this animatronic in the center. Should be easy enough. Something's not right here. This like pole assortment is very, very specific, but I think I've got it. And we'll just place these shoes right on here. There we go. Oh, lovely. Now, I'm no fool. I know to put on the pants when we need to put on pants, and this is the time. A good man needs to know when to put on pants and when it is not necessary. All right, now hip loop. Now, I believe that this animatronic only has one motion, and it is a side-to-side movement. It's honestly kind of lame when it only has one movement, but at least it's not a static prop. When the bar is that low for a $200 animatronic though, that's a bad sign. His pants aren't reaching all the way to the bottom. You can see his ankles, or at least just his ankle here. Here, I'm having half the hip loop off so that it actually reaches the bottom there. Okay, now we need his hunchback. Or wait, no, it's not a hunchback, it's a belly piece. Ooh, new piece. We've never seen a belly piece on an animatronic before. I mean, at least not a plastic form like this. That's cool. Glad that they included that. I just kind of assumed it was a hunchback because that's usually how they're done. Anyways, it might as well. Get the arms on and his head. By the way, might I add, his arm pulls are remarkably thick, like thicker and heavier than most. His clothes are also thick. They're not waterproof, but they're thick enough to, you know, have their own form. It looks like actual clothes, doesn't look cheap. All right, this is his cutting hand, by the way. What that means is we give him this trusty cleaver. There we go. Now, I wish that his arms, I wish that his like knife cleaver holding arm was thinner, because then you could pose it easy. And along with his posable fingers, you can kind of put him in any position to like he's about to chop you up. I love it when animatronics can also be treated like action figures. You could put them in any position and then they move and it adds another like dimension of life to them. No, his glove again. Why does that not stay on? Here, we'll put that back on. There we go. Nice. That looks so goofy. I don't want to bend it though, because I don't want to break it. What the frick? Like bends right at the wrist and nothing else. He's like this tiny short arm for how big he is. But anyways, before I put the apron on, I want to do all the like attachment of the wires and also add his lovely pig head on. I have been told that this one's speaker doesn't work, so I might be attaching an external one today. Totally fine by me because I do have an external speaker available. I'll have to hold it though, so it'll be a very awkward position. Okay, I messed up. I got to put the apron on before the head because the apron doesn't actually fit over his head. All right, thread the needle and put that sucker on. There we go, just like new. That does mean that it forces you to do the wiring while the apron is over him. Luckily though, there is only one wire to attach, that being his motion sensor. Since he only has one movement, you know, you get your pluses and minuses. That means less wiring to do, but you get less stuff for it. I'd rather have the movement. Tie this right around his waist, and there we go, pretty simple. His left arm does look very goofy though. I don't know how to feel about this guy. He looks pretty cool in this image here, but I don't know if I set him up horribly wrong or he's not quite looking the part. I think it's mostly just the tiny arms compared to the really, really wide shoulders. Like his shoulders are overly wide. But let's plug him in, see him go. We'll see if the audio works. If it doesn't, then I'll plug in an external speaker. It does work. Look at him go. Wait, let me attach this. There we go.
This little piggy went to market. Where are you going?
What the frick? This little piggy went to the market? What is that audio? Wait, do you have another one?
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
No, it's the same. It's the same. Okay, that's the audio he has. Let's actually turn it down.
This little piggy went to market.
Oh, this little piggy went to the market.
Going.
Oh, this little piggy went to the market. It's such goofy audio. What the frick? It's so weird. It's very campy and very funny and silly, but I feel like he should have been a bit more dark given his whole situation with the pig head here. I like his detail a lot. I like how gruesome it is. I like the audio quality a lot. I don't like the phrases, and I love that his fingers are posable in these gloves. Definitely not worth $200. I'd call him like $100 or like $150. He's a very like tall and wide character, and I'm glad he doesn't go the farm route when it comes to his looks. It's more like a kitchen. It doesn't seem like he belongs in a barn or anything. More like a freezer or something. I do wonder why what compels someone to wear a pig as a mask. Let's see, all these guys have like a story on the back of their box. It's not easy being a butcher in the big city unless you cut corners by grinding your sausage with exotic ingredients like pigeons, rats, and anything else you can catch feeding in the dumpster. When the butcher's customers caught on, he had no choice but to turn them into the special for the day. Now he haunts the streets at night hunting like a feral pig to feed his unending appetite for fresh meat. Okay, so it doesn't, he just went crazy and he has a mask on. That's cool. There's no real explanation or anything in depth about it. It's just, you know, scary guy has a dead pig head on. But yeah, I've kind of given all my thoughts on him just like right after activating. He is pretty cool, overpriced. I like the audio quality, the posable fingers, the gruesomeness of him, the simple build, and I would recommend it if you could find him for cheap. Thank you, Halloween Haunter, for lending me this animatronic, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.